Hey everybody, this is Grace, and I'm surprised that it's 4:30 p.m. and my lights on my SUV can be seen because it's already getting that dark. But anyway, I haven't been out here in, I don't know, a few days to do videos, and I've been in the house, and oh my goodness, wow. It's like this was like one long day. It was just one long day, and taking, instead of like nighttime sleep, it's like more like those were naps because it was one long day. Oh my goodness. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to talk about some nerve some people have. Seriously, and I've mentioned this before on videos. I think I have all my videos, or most of them, on, you can't see them, but not really private. Some of them are private, some aren't. And but the nerve of some people, I am serious. I've done videos on this for years. My original channel I had I've had for 6 years. It was 6 years in August. And one of the first things that I was hit with was copycats. Oh my goodness, you have an idea, you do something, or whatever it is, there's going to be somebody who's going to come and steal it and make it their own. And no, it's not flattery. Stealing something is not flattering. Okay? Somebody comes in and steals your brand new sofa. You're going to say, well, at least they like my taste. But these people have such nerve. They steal your ideas, and they know that you know them. Okay? Like me, I state this has happened to me. And I know who this woman is, and she's probably watching this video. But here's the thing. When somebody does, that was one. Let me get back to here. That was one thing. The other one was that this type, they're going to really, they want to start drama because they know, or they think they know, that's going to bring them more people to their channel, more views, to have a fight or argument with somebody, And what they usually do is they think that they have more subscribers. Okay. Now, some of us have more than one channel. Okay. When you might be watching, like mine, that you are watching one of my little bitty ones. So, I haven't told other people. It's easy to tell other people. And anyway, so they try to find one that seems small so they can steal their ideas, make them their own. They don't give them credit. Okay, they might say something, like not like they're doing it, but that other people do it, called reaction videos or something like this. Okay, and they'll say that they do that, that they do that to other people because they take their, their content and they make it. You talk about their content. Well, no, these are ones who steal your content, your own ideas, make them their own, like they come up with it. Okay, they're not doing a reaction video. They're just stealing. The copyright issues right there, because these things are dated when you publish them, and then they act like they are some kind of voice of authority on it. Some of it is downright, all of it's downright shameless. Some of it is so ridiculous because they really don't know what they're talking about. Like, I have to make a statement, they take it, turn it around, flip it around to something to, like they're the voice of authority on it, and they come off sounding ridiculously stupid. Okay, because they don't know what they're talking about. It's not making sense. Or they humiliate themselves because they think that they're on this one side, and that one side, and they take something I say, and I'm not on that side, but they don't know that. They use it, humiliate themselves, then spend months trying to backtrack, trying to cover it up, trying to, make sure everybody knows that no. They don't reference that they made that big of a mistake, and a huge mistake. Nah. I'm telling you, these are the people you just shake your head and say whatever. But I have something else I want to talk about on that. Okay. Now, something I had heard recently, it was on CNN. I think it was that Chris Cuomo I can't quote what he said because I don't remember exactly verbatim, but it was a week or so ago. Now, see, now I'm giving him credit. It wasn't my idea. But I have heard things like this for many years, about bullies. And these types are bullies, really. And he says something like, that if you let a bully continue bullying it, it will never stop. Well, now some people will say, I've heard in my lifetime since I was a kid, they will say that if you say something back or you try to do something back to a bully, they just get worse. Well, no matter what, my experience in life is, I am hearing something jingle. My experience in life is that they always get worse. Okay, they do. They just do. And I agree that some people say, that you can just go no contact. That's a thing. We all know that. We just walk away from them. I've done that before I ever heard anybody say no contact. In fact, I think it may have been my first video ever I made on that one particular channel that about toxic people, was that I had just said, screw this, I'm out of here. That was something like 8 years ago. And I'm not going to deal with people like that. So I didn't know, that was 8 years, that was before I was on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't know anything that heard anything like that. Other people do it, call it no contact. But I have wondered this over years. Now, I'm Texan, and, really, born and raised Texan. I've always been tall. A tall female since I was born. I think they have one picture of me when I was like a toddler. And I wasn't. But after that, any picture that my family had of me I was taller than everybody else, except one other girl. And but anyway, I was raised, in Texas, in a part where I always wondered why some people think that, people like in the Texas or southern states and stuff, that the women are really meek and mild and they don't stand up for themselves. And I'm thinking, they're certainly not talking about Texan women. No, we tend to take up for ourselves than anybody else. And I remember I said something like that. I've said it more than once, that I'm usually the one for the underdog. And sure enough, this steal your ideas type, one of them took it. It's like within the next 48 hours. Oh my goodness. And they'll even go back on videos. Back to old videos of yours. Like I said, most of mine are now on private. And they'll steal your own personal story. Like something from your own life that really happened to you many years ago when you were a kid. They steal that and make it their own story. Wanting sympathy much? Wanting attention much? Oh, shame. Okay, I feel like I'm rushing, and I don't need to rush. Although I do want to go later on, maybe just to drive around, get out. But anyway, I'm saying this because I saw something recently, another one of these that does this. And once again, she humiliated herself. She doesn't know it, and probably people watching her won't know it. But yeah, she just doesn't seem to get. Well, it's not her idea. She doesn't know the background to it, because she doesn't have the background to it. She doesn't have the. Like if you're a cook and you went to culinary art school, whatever it's called, I don't know. I'm definitely not a cook. And then you try to put it out to everybody that you're the best and you're the worst. Because or best of how people should cook stuff when you don't. That would be like me telling people how to cook something. Yeah. But I remember I used to use the example of like towns that have these what's it called, little festivals or something, and they have like contests on who can make the best this or that. And I used the example of blueberry muffins. I don't know why it was blueberry muffins, but I really don't. I think it was because of what I'm about to say. And people make blueberry muffins, and there's this one woman, she pretty much wins every year. and because her blueberry muffins are great, and she actually even sells them and all this stuff. And but somebody come up to her, somebody there at that, I think they call them fairs, and told her that she needed to add a little salt to her her blueberry muffins. Now, can you imagine me saying that? I'm not a pastry chef either. And she's, the woman's just like, wow. Somebody would have that nerve, and the other person says, well, the person who says to add salt says, yeah, these don't taste right, and says something along the line that they can cook better. She says, okay, I want to see this. Let's have a little contest. And then this is a fair that goes on for days. The woman, the other person enters, and she comes back with hers, and she basically, the woman that does the award-winning blueberry muffins woman, she told, she said, let's go for it. And so this woman, the other one comes back, next day or whatever, and has made her blueberry muffins, and people said, I've tasted this before. Where did I taste this? And then some woman said, I tasted it because it comes from a package from Dollar Tree. But it's because they really can't put their money where their mouths are, but they act as though they can, and then they get caught in a corner, and they have to try to prove themselves, and they can't. They cannot prove themselves because they are not that. Whatever that is they're trying to be. That they are not, but they are trying to state that they are. I'm sure that makes sense. Okay, now I want to move on from that to this. Now, you say I had this beef with these people who do this. Just come in, steal my ideas, make them their own. Like this is probably one that they will do, even though these videos are copyrighted. I don't get that, but some people are going to have similar thoughts along the line. Somebody here, somebody there. That's not intentional. But when somebody does it on a regular basis, and they are published, they do have a published date, but somebody comes in and does it on a regular basis, yeah, there's an issue there. Anyway, now I have to say I have this problem, and I say something like this about it, and somebody picks up on it. Well, some of them, because of my own experience, I might even think that the person is trying to do that same thing. All these other ones, because all these other ones, the ones that do this just for views, just to spike their channels, just to get a little oomph, more, to start dramas between one another, and call one another names, and just to keep the drama going year after year after year after year after year, ad nauseum. It's sickening. Some of it is downright sickening. They will think that that's another person wanting to do. Well, this person right here, me, I'm not. I have no intention of getting drawn in. I have no intention of being part of that drama channel, those drama people that do that. Now, I'm not saying they all do that, but the ones who do that. But anyway, somebody like me, you can't, it's like, no, you can't, bitch about what these people are doing, or you're just like us. You're just wanting to be one of us. That's not how the world works, my friends. No, some of us are legit. Some of us are legit tired of the crap. Okay, seriously. But that's the same kind of thing that some of them say, is I'm tired of it, and I'm blah, 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 blah. No. See, and that's what makes it bad. It's kind of like, in some way, like, how many of us have bought something, and years ago you could buy like scissors, you could buy, and you just buy them off the shelf, but now you have to have scissors to open the plastic and the cardboard and all that to get to the scissors, because it's like they're not going to let you, steal. And the reason is that somebody had, too many people were stealing them and stuff like that, so they made them to where it's even bulkier to steal it. I mean, many things like this, especially like computer items or something that people would just steal, just take. So the rest of us pay for what those bad ones did. This kind of thing. It is that kind of thing. Okay. Now, to get to it. Now, when a person is, is talking about a topic, and, somebody else comes in and they want to say, I have a different view. Okay, they have a different view, and then they want to go back and forth on it. That's called a debate. Sometimes called a debate. And as I've mentioned in a video on a different channel, I had one of my stories, and somebody decided to steal it for their own. When you have a debate, when you attack the person, something about the person personally, you basically lose the debate. Somebody stole that idea from me. Yeah, just stole it. Didn't give me credit, just stole it. Yeah, like she's want to do. Oh my God. Ooh, scary. Creepy. And even me saying creepy a lot is another thing she'll take. But anyway, so yeah. That's a debate that they're going to say, you have this view on whatever, and they have a different view. They are on a different side of that. Okay, debate. Now, when you're a person who comes in and steals other people's ideas, you're not wanting to debate. They're not wanting to debate with you. What they're going to do is to talk about your character. There's no debate in this, so they're not losing any argument. They're going to point out that your character, and this is what you do, and this is what you're like, and all these things you do add up to a big picture of who you are. That's not a debate. Some can't understand that. Now, and some also can't understand that, some need to read copyright rules. Really, seriously. Oh, shaking my head, let me tell you. But they're not mature. In my book, these are not mature people. They're not creative people either. The ones that have to take from other people, they just don't have it. The most that they can do are, speaking of, I almost said petty, but some people will say that stuff is petty. Petty? As I've said in many videos on many channels, not many channels, but my other channels, as their action may be petty, but their purpose is not. Okay, and they are petty, quite often. And petty has more than one meaning to many of us. But I guess you could get my drift from there. But anyway. Yeah, pointing out their character. But who hears it? Okay, where was I? I was thinking I was talking about, when they steal people's ideas. Now, I'm not saying just mine. No, they steal a lot of people's ideas. And about once every season, like, winter, spring, summer, fall, about once every season, I'll get a little interested in seeing what's going on in the drama world. I'm not a drama person. And it's basically, like I said, not all of them, but really it's lather, rinse, repeat. The same old. But I'll still. And sometimes, this one here, this one there, they've changed their kind of like, they don't really change their whole persona, but they might change catchphrases, like there must be something new that the kids are saying these days, and they'll use it. Well, this person will take everybody's, try to make it her own. Wow. I don't know. Okay, I had to stop again. Allergies. Oh my goodness. And I've been having these for years. And I'm telling you, many of my videos, probably every one of them, it says, I've got these allergies. Some of my oldest one I mentioned, I can't wear lipstick. I hardly ever wear makeup because I have chemical allergies. And lipstick, man, will throw me into a coughing and sneezing fit. I have plenty. I have really pretty colors I bought the last couple of years. My newest ones were real pretty colors. And just using them, I'm setting myself up to cough and sneeze. But anyway, I don't know. I don't even know if I'll make this video public. I'm just going to make sure I have it uploaded and dated. Yeah. Because really, to me, now, I think everybody has to realize, that they have consequences to their actions or inactions. And I'm not here to tell people, well, what do you do? Like I was talking about earlier, when you have somebody that's a bully like this, a thief, or the personality of a thief, and just takes things as if they're their own. They don't have to give anybody any credit. They just take them as their own. Narcissistic much? Really. Histrionic, too. They gotta have that little drama. They have such a desire and a need for attention. They'll do such crazy things. The ones I've known in my life, not everybody, not all of them, but really just, wow. But they have such a strong need for that attention. They'll do anything. And if somebody finds a way to, really get them, you never know how they respond. They can be dangerous. Anybody can be dangerous, really, when it comes down to it. I think people need to learn, really, when to stay in their own lane. If you're boring, if you're a really boring person, and you don't have your own ideas, to make things interesting for other people, maybe you need to study or do something to where you're not quite so boring and that you don't have to steal from other people. And not, like I said, not just one, but many. And people catch on. They do start to catch on that this is what you're doing. And you're looking like a fool. Looking really, at that point, what you are. Looking just like it. But they don't care. They don't care. As long as they're getting that attention right then, right now, no matter what they have to do, if they have to make themselves look like a clown, okay, something like that. Can you imagine somebody, literally dressing up like a clown? Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. That kind of thing. In fact, I read research recently about people who were the dark triad. It's what Machiavellian. Now, what? I can't say it all of a sudden. All these years I've been able to say it. I'm not going to be able to say it now. The dark triad. Okay, narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. I told you it wasn't going to happen. I've been able to say it before. But anyway, these three. Okay, these three. Personality, behaviors of those three. That this type, some people ask, the question was, it was from the, I think it was called Scientific America. It was something quickly on my thing, and I just skimmed through it, and I didn't even look up, so I'm not trying to steal their ideas. See, you can do that. You can say, I'm not trying to steal their ideas. I can't remember the name of it. But no, I shouldn't say that, because some of these, they'll just always say that. They'll always, everything. I can't remember the person's name. Yeah. Anyway, what it said was that people, the dark triad people, some say that they look better, that these people are better looking than others, okay? And they're more physically attractive, their appearance. And so some team, I don't know, in that article, said that, did research and all, actual research, not just looking at YouTube videos and saying, hey, I've done my research, really. But they did actual research, scientific research, and found, and the way one of them, I think there were a few, but one of them that caught my eye was that they, I think how it went was that they took these people, a variety of people, and the ones that looked better, they had ask them questions of when they were dressed, like when they came in, and took pictures of them. Everybody, not just the ones that looked better. Everybody that was in this research. Some looked good, some didn't. Some were just, in between, whatever. Then they had all of them you know, they couldn't wear makeup or fix their hair, you know, guys, you know, do anything to alter their natural appearance. They're natural. They could not, you know, then their shirt had to be, I think it was a brown smock or something, and they took pictures of them, you know, right? And basically, the end result is kind of redundant, but the end of it all, once they had taken off, removed, like the women and some men, removed all the makeup and all the hair design and the, you know, whatever they put in their hair, their hair had to be natural, whatever it was, you know, no fixing and fluffing it all up and everything. Basically, they were not seen as attractive as they had, the ones who were attractive as they had when they had their makeup and all that on. So, now, what? But basically, one of the things that they kept doing, you know, through the research, to the end of it, was that they found that the people, you know, they didn't have all that charisma and everything when they didn't have all that makeup on. And it was basically that they were good at manipulating the way people saw them through the makeup and the hair and the whatever, beard, mustache, whatever, you know, male, female, whatever it was, that they were good at, in their clothing, good at manipulating people, like with rings or whatever, to where people thought that they, because of their attractiveness, that they were better, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? That they were the people that they should follow, in other words. You know, when they were the attractive people, they were thinking, these are the ones that are successful, and I should follow what they're saying, and I should do this and that, you know, because they obviously have it all together, and so forth. But no, that really what it was, they were just better at manipulation. Well, duh, you know. But it's good that there's research that backs it up, you know, research. So, anyway, that was enough for this. I think I just kind of went on and on. Like I said, I might not make it public because I got it uploaded. I'll talk to you on another video.